Hey everybody, welcome back to Anthony's Horror More, and today I want to show you guys some recent toy pickups that I've purchased. You know, it's been a while since I've done a toy haul video, so I just figured I'd jump on and, you know, show you the latest stuff that I got, all right? So without further ado, if you don't mind, please, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share the video around, I'd appreciate it, all that shit. And let's go ahead and get into it. First up, we got Raphael. Raphael, man, really cool looking. I like this retro card that it's on. I love all the accessories that you get. The shell opens up on the back there. As you can see, here are the rest of them. You can put all their weapons, the pizza, all that stuff in their shells, just like back in the day. Really cool that they brought these back. And I love that they all have different coloring too. There's Leo, and as you can see, Leo has different coloring than Raphael. This is like an army green. This is more of like a light green. I think that's really nice. Something different. They also have different expressions on their faces, which I think is really cool. You know, it makes them feel a lot more unique. But yeah, here's Michelangelo. These I will leave on card. I am typically an out-of-the-box collector, but with these, I think the card adds a lot to them, and I'd rather hang them up somewhere than just try to like stand them. You know what I mean? I think they look really good on card, so I'll end up hanging these somewhere. So yeah, really nice. And last but certainly not least, Donatello. Yeah, very cool, man. Yeah, they did a great job with these. They really did. All right, so those are my Twiddles right there. I like turtles. Shame me. Yeah, those are all the turtles. So next up, let's go ahead and go with, oh, and these are only $11.99 a piece, which I think is a pretty good, I think that's a pretty good price. You know, pretty fair. I think they, they're really cool, and yeah, not a bad price at all. I would have expected them to be more, honestly, just because of all the, the price hikes and all that stuff. You know, everything's going up in price, so. But no, not too bad. They also have Shredder and Bebop and Rocksteady and Triceradon, I think is his name. They've got those too, but I think I'm probably just gonna stick with the turtles. I think that's good. All right, we got from the Legends line, we got a Zombie Scarlet Witch here, the What If series. Which I'm not, a huge Marvel collector or anything, but I do, I'm obviously a huge horror guy, so the fact that she's like a zombie Scarlet Witch, I'm like, I'll pick this up. This was on clearance for $7.49, so you can't really beat that, And there were some other cool ones too. I like the Howard the Duck one. I thought looked cool. That's different. You don't see a whole lot of Howard the Duck merchandise. And I like the Red Skull one. I thought that looked cool too, which, you don't get too much Red Skull merchandise either. I mean, considering that the Red Skull is basically Marvel's version of Hitler, I don't think you'll see. I'm shocked that they put out a Red Skull figure at all, just because it's Disney, like, ooh, they're scared of their own shadow over there. So, but yeah, I mean, I think they had some cool legends in that wave, but they all went clearance and they sold like fucking hotcakes. So what are you gonna do? I just, I got lucky and I found that one. All right, next up, Tommy Boy, 1986 Ford Taurus. That's the car that, Rob Lowe gets hit with, and, they crash it and he goes flying off into that thing, and, the weight comes down and smacks him in the nuts. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen Tommy Boy. It's one of those test cars, that they put the dummies in. But you don't see a whole lot of Tommy Boy merchandise either, so I was like, well, yeah, I'll go ahead and pick up this little car. Why not? Pretty cool. Can just hang this up somewhere. This I'll also keep on card, obviously, because I like the poster, you know, in the back there. All right. And then this I found, I don't recall ever even seeing this before or hearing about this coming out, but 40 Years of Creepshow, man. Look at this bad boy. This is a Mego Creepshow figure. You know, if you've ever seen Creepshow, this is the first, like, you know, the first story that they tell in the movie. You know, I want my cake, you know. That guy, really cool. I like it. And his clothes look, it's hard to tell because it's so dark, but they look burnt and worn and weathered, and they're really nice. Almost kind of wet looking. But really, really cool. I love the card on this too. And then of course you get, you know, the lady's head with the candles and the cake, you know, the cream and everything on it. You know, he finally got his birthday cake there. So yeah, really cool. Really nice card on this. All right, so we have that. Next up, how about a big one? We'll show this big boy off. I got this a while back, actually. This was on clearance, this giant Spawn figure. Kind of looks like Optimus Prime and Captain America had a baby here. But it's pretty badass. I like all of his laser weapons and stuff. What's his name? Was it Manga Spawn, whatever. Yeah, pretty cool. This was only like $12.49. It was on clearance. It was so cheap. I'm like, shit, man, I gotta get it. I guess I am officially a Spawn collector now, because I've gotten so much Spawn stuff on clearance that I'm like, I guess I'm a Spawn collector. I mean, they do have really cool toys. I mean, they really do. The Spawn stuff is pretty badass. It's just you know, finding a place to put it all is the only issue I'm having, but that's cool. All right, how about a little Toonie Terror action? How about Pennywise the Dancing Clown? Yeah, very cool. Comes with this little balloon. You know, I collect a lot of the Toonie Terror stuff. I don't have every single one, but I have most of them. And I have the ultimate version of this from NECA, but it's like, you know, I'm going to get the Toonie Terror one because I love the old school Pennywise. I love the look of him. I love the new Pennywise is great too, but I love this look, you know. It's just so iconic. He's got the little balloon and yeah, just so cool. Just love the coloring on this. The purple, the green on the sleeves and the yellow and little orange, you know, little buttons or whatever. It's just, you know, it's just such a cool looking figure. You know, can't go wrong with Tim Curry. All right. Then we have some more NECA figures here. I showed these in a video that I did for a, it was a movie, They Live, the They Live Steelbook. I did a video on that and I showed them off in that video, but I figured I'd go ahead and show them here too. Yeah, these are really cool. This was a double pack, so you get both of them. I love their eyes, man. It's the eyes that make these. Very cool. Yeah, and these are cloth figures. I don't usually collect a lot of the cloth figures, but these are just so cool, man. I had to get them. Yeah. I like that he comes with his little gold handkerchief and the gold tie and everything. It's just very nice. Very, very well made. And you also get the Obey on the TV there. Yeah, I love They Live. Great John Carpenter movie. All right, what else? Ooh, yeah. A little Star Wars. Hello, Jedi. This thing's so badass. Cad Bane is one of my favorite characters from, you know, Clone Wars. I just think he's so awesome. So when I saw this little pop, I was like, man, I gotta get that. So cool. Maybe they'll make another one where he's actually using like the jets on his boots, you know, and he's like flying or something. That'd be cool too. Yep, Cad Bane, awesome. Awesome, awesome. And then we got this. Whoop, I knew that was gonna fall. Got this little piece. It's kind of a bitch to get him to stand on there, I'm not gonna lie. But once he's on there and you set him down, he's usually pretty good to go. But you got this, and then you just hit the little button. There's also an on and off switch, so you can keep it on all the time. It's kind of dumb. Well, here, hold on. I'll bitch about that in a minute. But here's what it looks like lit up. Skadoosh. This has got, you know, it's got a couple little lights right there, and he has a little stand. There's like a little peg, and he just stands on it. But the one thing that's really annoying about this is, like, why couldn't we put the on and off switch like on the side or something? Because this is just the display switch. This won't keep it on or off. No, the on or off is right here underneath. So anytime you want to keep it on, you got to go like this. Which doesn't seem like a big deal, but this guy has a hard time standing on this thing. So every time it's like you want to turn it on and keep it on, you got to turn it upside down, and then you got to take him off. You know, sometimes he'll stay on, but sometimes he'll just fall, and that's an issue. So it's like, I wish that they had just put the on and off switch like on the side here, like where the button is. You know, because see, this won't do anything, you know. So if you want to turn it back off, you got to lift it back up again, find that little switch right there, and turn it off. It's a little thing, but it's just kind of annoying. Or you can keep it on display mode, and you can hit the button if you just want to show it off like I just did. But just a minor complaint, but otherwise very cool, you know. But let's see. So there's that. And yeah, last but not least, another Toonie Terror. I went ahead and got Bloody Michael Myers from the Toonie Terror line. And you know what's funny? For the longest time, I was like, no, I'm just going to stick with the original one that I have, which is right here. Thought I'd do a compare and contrast there. You know, the OG. I'm like, here's the OG. Yeah, that's good. I love the bloody versions, but I'm like, I already got this, so do I really need the same? Because it's the same sculpt. But there's actually a lot of differences between these two when I started looking at them. I mean, as you can see, the jumpsuits, you know, that he's wearing are different colors. This is like blue, and this is like a much darker blue, you know. So they're different shades of blue. And then obviously the one is the bloodied version. The one is the non-bloodied version. So you got the blood on the knife, the blood coming out of the eyes, you know, which happens at the end of the second movie, obviously. But then there's little things that you wouldn't notice, because, like, if you notice the shade, his skin tone is actually different here than it is here. See how the skin tone's different? It's lighter. Like, you know, this is more of like a normal, like kind of my skin tone. And then here it's more like pale, you know. Yeah, I just noticed that. I'm like, it's little things. Also, he's got, you know, obviously the 6 shots here, the little blood there. And then I think this is really cool how they actually come out on the back too. I was like, oh, okay, that's clever. I like that, you know. And then also the boots are actually a different color. The boots, I don't know if you guys can tell. See, like this one here, it's like a lighter shade of brown. And then here they're darker. Like a dark brown, like a way darker brown, see? Lighter brown, darker brown. You know, darker jumpsuit, lighter jumpsuit. Also, look at this. White shirt underneath, blue shirt underneath. You know, it's just that there are some differences to them. I mean, I was actually like, the more I looked at it in person, I was like, oh, look at that. you know? Trying to see if I notice anything else different, but I think that's about it. But I was like, oh, okay, there actually are some differences. And they're both supposed to be from Halloween 2. That's what it says on the packaging, you know what I mean? Halloween 2. You know, for both of these or whatever. But, you know, obviously Halloween and Halloween 2 kind of just feel like one long movie. And this is like the Michael Myers from like Halloween. And then at the end of Halloween, it's kind of, this is like kind of what you get, you know, at the end of, you know, because he gets shot and everything. And then going into Halloween 2, then at the end of the movie, you know, he gets shot in the eyes and you get the blood coming down and all that. But I do like that. I mean, they're actually pretty different from each other. So that's cool. It's really cool. Also, the knives are different too, as I'm looking at it. See how that knife has like the little blue to represent like kind of the shine, you know? When he's like waving it around, it's got that little shine to it. See, this one doesn't. It's just like a flat blade with blood on it. I mean, it's got the blood, but there's no little shine. There's no, you know, see? There's no like little, you know, those little blue marks there. They're not on this one. And actually... Okay, I think the grips on both of them are the same, the handles. Yeah, I think the handles are the same. But there's quite a, yeah. I mean, like, this is like a silver flat knife. And then this knife looks more gray with the blue stripes. And then obviously this one has the blood. But yeah, a lot of differences to these. A lot more than I thought originally. And then obviously the pumpkin that comes with this Michael, you get this pumpkin, and then the bloodied up Michael, you get this pumpkin. Yep. And then obviously you can see the differences there. Yep. Which is pretty badass. I like this, actually. I like this, like, this looks more like a real skull, you know, right here. And then this looks more like, you know, what you see in, like, you know, the opening credits, you know, to the movie. But both are awesome. Both are really, really badass. Well, I'm trying to think of the opening credits to the second Halloween. Is it... Because it is different. It is slightly different, but I don't think it's like a real skull shape in the opening credits of the second movie, is it? I don't think so. I think it's, you know, like I said, like this, I'm pretty sure is what's formed in the first film. And then, but it's funny because they both, I think on the cards for both of these, they say Halloween 2. They're both like supposed to be from Halloween 2. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, but yeah, I just think that's so cool. The different pumpkins and everything. So yeah, and that's it, guys. That's my entire haul that I've gotten. You know, a lot of different stuff, you know. But yeah, it was fun, you know what I mean? So it's great showing this stuff off to you guys. You know, let me know down in the comments section if you guys have picked up any cool, like, toys lately, anything. Let me know if you've seen the Donatello Invisible Man, you know, the Universal Monster crossover line with the Turtles. There's Donatello's the Invisible Man, so I haven't seen him anywhere in Target or anything yet, but I've heard people that have been finding them in, like, their local toy stores and stuff. I don't have a lot of toy stores near me that are just pure toy stores. So I kind of got to just wait until Target, you know, inevitably gets it. But yeah, let me know if you guys found that. And then Casey Jones, you know, is the Phantom, like the Phantom of the Opera or whatever. That's his crossover. So, you know, let me know if you guys have seen that too. But that's about it, man. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate y'all stopping by, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.